Hey guys, I'm Alexis or Lexi.
I'm Hamsata.
I'm Jeanine, and you're tuned into WKNC 88.1 FM HD1 radio. Thanks for listening.
Welcome back to the back to the back to the back back. Welcome back to OnBlack podcast. Ooh. Okay, that was cute. You ate that junk up. Okay,
I love
beatboxing. Okay, Jeanine.
Stop playing with her.
Okay. On today's podcast, actually, first off, before I even tell you what we're talking about, go listen to our last one.
Yes.
Because it's going to connect to this one. It's a good little connector. Today, we're going to be talking about relationships and our toxic traits. I know y'all are so interested and excited to hear about this. Yay.
Oh, tomato, I hear listen, I'm playing.
Okay, what is your ideal perfect relationship look like?
I want somebody who...
Wow, I got y'all stumped.
Yeah. Okay,
Because I
know
think
this.
the word perfect is
it's
like
perfect.
Yeah, because I don't feel like anything could absolutely be.
Okay, think about it
Perfect.
in the sense of like your perfect relationship isn't going to be perfect either. You know what I mean?
Like,
But
just
like-
say my ideal relationship. And
Yeah,
I
your
feel like-
ideal.
Yeah.
Your ideal relationship.
Okay.
I think this is so little, but like,
Mhm.
I need somebody who understands like the little stuff. Like I'm very like I do not. One thing I'm bad at is I don't know how to vocalize sometimes what I want, and I kind of
No.
expect you to know. I'll say it once, and if you don't get it that once time, we finna have an argument.
Oh.
Like I need you to like
Not
know.
an argument.
I feel like you have to. There's certain little things that like you just gotta pick up on. You just gotta know.
Yeah.
If I ask you what I want to eat,
yeah.
don't tell me I don't know. Pick for me. Let's move on. Because if you tell me you don't know, we're going to have a problem. It's like little
that's
things
crazy.
like that. But like the big things, I vocalize that.
Okay.
It takes time, but I do it.
Okay.
But
What
you-
about, you know what? I can go next if you're struggling.
The person that came to mind was somebody on my frequency, somebody who's just like on the same wavelength as me,
Mm-hmm.
who has the same like ambitions and goals.
We going deep. Let me take my answer back then. Hold
No,
on.
no,
now.
no. Your answer's so valid, though, because I was about to say something not deep at all, but it's very important to me, too. So,
I mean, yeah, I feel like that's something that's like in my ideal relationship because I feel like I'm gonna go far, and I want somebody
okay.
who's gonna,
And
like,
you,
go far
and
with
is,
me.
and is go far,
As
and
you
is,
should.
and is, and
Yes,
is.
Miss Manager. And I'm like,
For me, there's some things that are like low-key non-negotiables for me that are small, but in my head, it goes back to that I need my relationship to fit an aesthetic, like be within a certain aesthetic, because that's like the aesthetic that I just love.
yeah.
But I would say they have to like R&B.
Yes.
That's a non-negotiable for me because of how much I listen to R&B and how, like, when I'm at peace, when I'm at home, when I'm by myself, that's what I'm listening to. Like, that's just the level I'm at. Like, that's the level I fall back on. Like, that's my consistent. If we can't do that together, like, it's going to be very hard to just be in the same house all the time or anything like that.
That makes sense.
So that's, like, really big for me. I had another one. I don't even remember now. Wow. I remember. My biggest thing when it comes to relationship, I need you to be my peace. Like,
Oh, yes.
out of everything else, like, I enjoy being happy, excited, this, that, the third. I don't actually need to be those things when I'm with you. I need to feel at peace. Like, I just need to be peaceful. Like,
I agree.
not to put too much pressure on the person.
No, I feel like
But-
you should be comfy.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Not even comfy. Like,
At
like
peace.
it's like if I'm stressed and I'm wrapped up in your arms,
Mhm.
I want to feel peace. Like, I want to just bliss.
Yeah.
My toxicity finna come out for like 2 seconds.
Okay.
Spit it out. Spit it out.
I am very big on like, okay, I'm gonna say this, I'm not gonna say it again.
Oh, okay.
I am going to have a husband, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But I 100% believe that like men
Mm-hmm.
are not a necessity.
Yeah.
They are an addition.
Yeah.
I choose to have you. In the
Yes.
same way I choose to have you,
I could choose not to have you.
I can go in the
Exactly.
trash.
Ooh,
Yeah.
okay.
It's very simple.
It's simple as that.
So I have a hard time like the whole idea of like being in a man's arms and being at peace. I don't know why, but my mind is so against it because
it seems like codependency.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
if you think I'm gonna be dependent on you, must have lost you. I'm an independent woman. I could live without you.
Yeah,
Don't forget that.
No, for real.
I think it's like the addition of like I can be at peace through other sources,
Yeah.
but
But
like
you chose him?
as
like that's
another
my
comfort.
source. That's one of the
Yeah.
sources I chose to be at peace.
I wouldn't
is
say
him.
it's main though, you
Yeah.
know.
Like I don't need him to feel peaceful.
Yeah.
It's just I like
Would
that's what he
prefer.
needs to be in my life.
Really?
Yeah. Why are you looking? You think we codependent?
No, I don't think you're codependent. I
Oh.
think I have like I was talking to my friend and I feel like I have like I think it's like power. I feel like I view relationships in like a power dynamics.
Yeah.
I don't know where I got it from. But
No,
it's
me too.
So
but
bad.
I need to not have the power.
Me too. Really? I
No.
need to.
Cause no, listen.
Really? Explain. Hamsata,
Okay.
come here. You gotta explain to us. Because
Okay.
let's talk about. I'm finna move closer. Hold on
Oh
now.
gosh.
We finna
Okay.
team up.
Everyone's moving. Okay.
What?
So here's the thing. When it comes to men,
Yes.
if I feel more dominant than you, I'm gonna accidentally either walk over you or I don't think I can reach the point of loving you if I feel more dominant than you.
Wow.
If it's like a romantic relationship, because I'm gonna just start seeing you as like, I don't want to say a plaything. That seems intense, but like a pet. Like it's just, I need somebody who's gonna put me in my place. I need somebody whose dominance is over mine. I need you to be the masculine energy. That's the thing. If I'm more dominant than you, I'm gonna feel like the guy. I'm gonna feel like the man, which is fun, but not for a relationship. Like if I'm just talking to somebody, like I don't care. But if I'm in a relationship, like I don't want to be the masculine man. There was this TikTok. It explained it perfectly. It was like I have.
Do you
so
want
much,
a man to bring out your feminine side?
Yes.
I seen that TikTok too.
Really?
Yes. Because
Yeah,
the
'cause-
thing is, if you're not more masculine than me, I'm gonna be big dog. So I need you to be more masculine than me so that I am in a space where I can be feminine.
I feel like mine is the opposite. Like I'm attracted to manly men.
Mm-hmm.
Some people aren't. That's okay.
Yeah.
Not you switching styles. Come back.
No,
Ooh.
no, it's because I felt like our mics were too close.
Oh,
That they were
true.
like feeding on
Sorry,
each
y'all.
other.
Now we're
Yeah.
back. I'm attracted to manly men, but I do not like when somebody has power over me. There's only one place that I'm willing to let somebody be dominant over me. Other than that, I'm not having it. Like I'm so, and I think it's because like my mom is such an independent boss woman. Like she is like top tier. I do myself and I get it done, and that's on period.
Yeah.
Like I'm just not gonna live a life where a man has control over me. Like you must.
Okay. Maybe control is not the word I would use, but
No,
just
control.
dominance. I
But
just
like
need somebody to put me in my
dominance.
place. Because here's the thing. I will talk crazy. I'll talk out the side of my neck.
Oh, me too.
I'll say stuff. I just need, and it's not even with the big things. It's like small things. Like if I'm like, hey, go get me this. Like, I don't know.
Cry.
Like that,
Why you being so
that's what I'm
dominant?
saying. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's what I'll do. Like, if I know I got the power, like, I'll just start being like low-key mean maybe a little.
Kind of
like,
abuse it to an extent.
yeah, but it won't even be on purpose. Like, it's just
It's
because that's
you
our
know-
dynamic.
Yeah, you just like.
But I don't want that in a husband. So if I'm like, go get this, I need you to be like, who are you talking to? Like, I need somebody to put me in my place.
Yeah, but I feel like it's more in a playful sense as well, right?
It
like
is a little
respectful,
playful, but it's also
and
like I
playful.
actually do need them to put me in my
Yeah.
place, or I'm gonna walk over them.
Yeah.
And like I wouldn't be with a black man. Like I'm a married black man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's just it. And I feel like men in general, not all men, but I feel like men have like this like ego thing. Like they want to be like the dominant one. Like I got into this conversation with my friend the other day, and he literally was just like I want to feel like a man in a relationship. And I'm like,
Yeah.
what does that mean? Like to this day, I'm like, what does that mean? He's like, I want to feel like a man. I want to feel like a masculine man. I'm like, what does that mean?
He wants to be the masculine energy.
See, what,
'cause
like,
I-
what does that mean?
Okay, I don't know
Those
if you just
are
never been in that situation, but I've been in a lot of situations where I have the masculine energy in a
I think I
dynamic.
have. Explain to me, friend.
I
See,
feel
it
like
is hard to
looking
explain.
it up.
Because that's literally, he
So-
was like, I don't know. I'm like, you should know.
It is really hard to explain. I don't want to say like I felt like a provider because it's not like I was providing nothing to them.
On like
But,
Google, it says
okay.
masculine energy is a side of you being that is responsible for taking action. So I feel like the man is
Okay.
the one just kind of guiding to an
See, I
extent,
guiding.
but not guiding, but like
But you have to think,
No.
everybody has masculine and feminine energy.
Yeah.
So it's not like
I agree.
if I have feminine energy, I have no masculine energy. I still do, but I want somebody, because in a lot of settings, I have more masculine energy, and I want my man to put me in a situation where I'm more feminine with him.
I think it's like my brain. Like I'm hearing you guys, but like
It's just
no, I'm hearing masculine. And I'm thinking dominant, and I'm thinking
it's
like,
it's not. It doesn't have to
But,
be
like,
dominant.
It doesn't have to be continuous either. I don't
Yeah,
feel like
it's
it's
not.
like you're
It's not, like, the
always
whole
dominant
time.
and then like you're always like submissive. I feel like it's like at times he needs to be able to get to
overpower
that point
me. Yeah.
so that I guess like to balance her out is
Yeah.
what she's trying
my
to say.
masculine
And then I
energy
can
will
go
just
up
keep.
and you come
Yeah,
down.
because I was gonna say for
yeah.
me, I
Okay.
need that balance of like us being both masculine and
Yeah.
feminine, like you
For
know,
sure.
because sometimes I feel like vulnerability sometimes ties back to being like feminine. I don't think that's
Yeah.
necessarily true, but I feel like I
I
need my
agree,
partner to be vulnerable with me in that sense. Like we could both be vulnerable together. We could both be feminine, I guess, in that stance, you know.
Yeah.
But other times, like also like that dominance thing is why I could see that as well. And I feel like sometimes I want to be more dominant. I'm not gonna lie, like sometimes,
I think
but like I need that
I see what you're saying. I think like
flexibility.
I want to get rid of the word. For me personally, just get rid of the word masculine and feminine.
Yeah.
I just don't like those two words like that. 'Cause I
That
feel
Is
like
it
it's
the
like
connotation?
Yeah, it's like the stereotypical like a feminine woman and then I'm like, no,
Yeah.
screw that. Like
Oh.
I want like
See, I feel like it's more of an energy thing. I don't think of it as a man
Yeah.
and a female.
Yeah.
I think
yeah,
of it
that's
because like
what I
you know
I
like
agree.
I
It
can't
shouldn't
remember.
be tied to gender, but it should be
That's
what I-
tied
that's
to
why I
just
don't
more
It's
of
an
like
energy.
Yeah, an
And it's
energy.
okay to have
in-
masculine
in-
and energy, like even though those things are associated with like different things, it's okay because I can't remember if it's like Hawaiian, like Pacific Islander or Native American, or maybe it's both. But they have this thing where it's like everybody has masculine and feminine energy,
Mm-hmm.
and like
I know what you're talking about. And like they have
Yeah.
like that third gender. Or something.
yeah,
I know what
stuff
you're
like
talking
that. So that's how I'm more thinking of it. Of it like it's like an energy thing, but not necessarily I'm being more manly or I'm being more like a woman.
about.
It's just like a
Energy.
it's an
And it's
energy
very
thing.
fluid
It's
as
two
well.
different energies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's why I have a toxicity problem in relationships, or like why I could develop one, because I think my mind, like I'm still in the mindset of like sexist type
Yeah.
of connotations with that type of thing.
and like misogyny and stuff.
yeah, like I don't
yeah.
think because I'm so
I'm not like that either. I'm an independent woman.
yeah,
I don't
like, I'm
need like what you
so-
said. I
I'm
don't need you.
barking on that.
Yes, like I don't need you.
'Cause I
I'm
really
choosing to
don't.
have you.
Exactly, because I feel like relationships, you guys should both be at 100, together be at 200. Like you guys are,
Okay, I like.
you know,
Her.
You're both at 100. Be at 200. This is not
Yeah,
a 50-50. This is a 100
it's
and a
not like you're
100.
completing me or something. Because if
Yeah,
you're
'cause
completing,
that's crazy.
It's dependent.
That's codependency. I'm
yeah,
not. I
and
don't want
it's
to be
feel
on
like
a
once that
codependency.
75 or like that 25 he added and you're at 75, once that leaves, you're gonna feel incomplete. But if you're both at 100 come together and you just make something more powerful, it's just like you've made a unity that's just like its own thing. And you leave, you're still yourselves, you know?
Give me a handshake.
Yeah,
Oh.
that was amazing.
You be talking, yo. Give me a handshake.
Nah,
Yeah,
she spit on that.
that's
No
what I'm
cap.
saying.
She went crazy.
Ain't no 50-50, 100-100.
And I
Step
heard this
up.
from somewhere too. It's not like my own idea, I will
It's okay.
say.
You still brought it up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you ate.
You ate.
Thank you.
Okay. The other thing I was gonna say, how much compromise you guys feel is needed in a relationship? Because I'm a type of person right now, and there's some complications when it comes to this, either with me trying to explain it, but like I don't want to say you shouldn't compromise, but like low key you shouldn't compromise.
I feel like there's things that shouldn't be compromised upon, and that's based on each person.
I agree.
But also I feel like there's things that can be compromised, but they just can't be. I feel like there's levels to things, you know? And the like there's things that are like these are
negotiable.
non-negotiables. And then like maybe the things that you're like I'm willing for you to work on, or like I see these things building in you. You're not at that point, but like it's there. And then like the compromisable things are just like little things. Like let's say somebody just really prefers you to like, I don't know, rub their feet every night type thing.
Ooh, bye. I'm sorry. I know what you mean, but bye.
Okay, maybe that's a good
Now
example.
I know what you mean.
Maybe make
Yeah.
them breakfast, like not even a big breakfast, but just like leaving them a
Yeah.
little bagel, you know?
I see what you're saying.
And
Yeah.
like those are things that like let's say you don't like waking up early, but like you know that really like adds to your partner's day type
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
That's something like you can compromise a little bit because you know that like that really just makes their, you know what I mean? It's
No, I
not
know
something
what
like
you
too
mean.
big of like I'm like bending my entire like core for you
Yeah.
type
Yeah.
thing.
I think I'm afraid of like compromising because I don't want to fall into a hole where I compromise too much because it's like where's the line drawn?
yeah, and I just feel like
Ooh, I feel like you gotta like you as an individual have to lay your boundaries, and I think there's also like certain things that you need to tell your partner. Like for me, one thing that I will vocalize is like I have a tendency like to try to be like the dominant one consistently, because I feel like that makes up like the fact of like the misogyny and stuff like that.
See,
I feel
you're
like
learning
you gotta,
here. You don't got to. You can embrace the non-dominant sometimes, Jeanine.
Yeah.
we'll come back to that. But we'll come back to that. But I feel like you gotta let your partner like know like what your tendencies are, and I feel like it's your
definitely.
responsibility, and then also like some of theirs to also help you.
And that's like how
and
you
then like
said,
once you start acting on them, like, hey, you're kind of like doing what you said you
and
didn't
they
want to
should
do.
make you aware if you don't know.
I mean, as long as it's like a mutual agreement as well, because I don't feel like you pointing out somebody, it could feel like an attack at times. Like, hey, you're like, it has to be like a mutual like understanding and a talk before these actions are being like placed.
But what Jeanine said about like how you said sometimes you'll say stuff once and then that's it. I feel like that's how I am with like certain things with like compromising. Like if I say, because I'm somebody before I get into the relationship, like I'm gonna have a talk. Like we're gonna have a talk to go through.
As
like,
you should.
Everybody
should.
Yeah, because some people, they don't realize like, yeah, you might like this person and stuff, but you need to have a serious talk about like some serious things. Like you can't assume like what's considered cheating. Like what's like when, like how do you want me to approach you
your love
if
language,
we have problems?
your conflict language.
Yeah, like you need to talk about those things before getting a relationship so that you can avoid like a bunch of problems. Like that's really big. But when I, like the one thing, if I tell you before we get in a relationship, like I don't like certain things, like not little things, but like, okay, like my first relationship, I was like, okay, I don't like, and the person knew this. I don't like super cutesy stuff. I'm not that super cutesy kind of person. They're like, yeah, I understand. I know that. Like, and I knew they were, and that was the thing. And that's something I knew I wasn't going to compromise on because I just don't like it. Like, it's going to make me not like it. And they said that they were fine with that. But then they started doing the cutesy things and it started draining my energy. And like, I just didn't even have the energy to have the conversation with them because it's like, I feel like you should have known because first of all, we've been friends for so long. Like you've known this whole time I don't like that. And before we got in a relationship, we had this conversation like, we have to make sure that, is this okay that I don't like this? Like,
And I think sometimes it's hard for people to break like that type of love language communication because like you said, it's his language. So usually people try to show affection by their own love language and not taking into consideration the other person's love language.
And see, that's something I'm not willing to compromise on. I'm just gonna have to find somebody else who likes physical touch. Like it's as simple as that.
No, I
Really,
think you can
compromised
find
on
somebody that like who can like be a different love language but still be able to cater to yours. I think it's very possible.
It would have to be like, even if it's not my top, it's gonna have to be like, it can't be the bottom. Like if somebody needs words of affirmation from me, we're not gonna work out. It's as simple as that.
I agree, me too. If you need to tell me I love you, I'm just
like
not.
It's just not gonna happen, and then you're not gonna feel appreciated.
At least
I'm not
for
gonna feel
me,
loved.
it's not literally like the words "I love you." It's just like little things of like
just words speaking.
Words. Yeah,
even that too.
I'm not that. I'm not that person. No cat, bro. I'm the type of person I won't even say I miss you.
I have.
It depends. I feel like words have so much power in them.
They do,
and so for me, I like using more like specific words for the most part. I will say sometimes I'm more loose with my words. Like, well, I guess for me, like one of my toxic traits is like I won't apologize if I don't feel sorry.
I've noticed.
Yeah.
I've noticed. It's not a bad thing, but I've noticed.
Yeah. Like you could tell me I did something wrong, but like if I truly don't feel that way about it,
oh, okay.
Yeah. And then keep it pushing.
Right.
Because if I don't feel sorry,
like you're not gonna lie about it.
Yeah, I don't like lying either. I will say me sometimes like little white lies sometimes, not intentional, I will say for sure. Like sometimes things just don't match up, but I just don't like saying things I don't mean. And so like saying sorry about something I don't feel sorry for, it takes a lot out of me. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like
no, it's an energy drainer.
It really bothers me. I'm like, why did I say that? You know, like why? Yeah.
No, I agree. I'm not a words of affirmation person. I think like words hold such a significant weight.
That's why I don't use them.
I don't want to say something and then like backtrack or like I don't want to like invest too much. I'm just like let's hold off on that. But I've been compromising on physical touch. I'm not a physical person. I like to touch people, but I do not like being touched. But I have somebody who likes being touched and likes words of affirmation. I have compromised, and I think it takes time. Like I'm somebody like you have to be consistent with and like wait. I will progress, but just give me time. Some people aren't willing to stay there because it took me 8 months to get to like comfortable like to say the words "I miss you" or like "I want you to
I
be
miss
here."
you is like
that's crazy. I don't miss you.
This is a big thing for me. Like it sounds so weird. I was trying to explain this to my friend the other day. Like, she finally got it, but I need somebody who's nonchalant in order for me to ever even get to words of affirmation.
I agree.
Because I feel like when I say, like if I say, and I miss you, if it's somebody who's very, very, like, emotional, like, it's going to mean more to them than it means to me. And I don't want to be in that imbalance because that junk is crazy. Like, that emotional imbalance is something very serious. So if they're nonchalant about it and I'm like, I miss you, and they're like, why would you say that to me? I'm going to be like, I don't know, that was weird, ew. And that's how I like to communicate.
Oh,
yes. Like, I'll be like, yeah, like, I feel nasty, but I'm going to tell you I miss you right now. And they're going to be like, wow, that's wild. I'm going to be like, I know, right? Like, that's the type of communication I like. Like, I enjoy.
That would not work for me.
That's what I used to
like,
do.
I don't even want them to say it back. I really don't.
But now it's like a 50-50. Because, like, I like that because it's like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I'm not going to do what I mean, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But I still feel like you got to go back and forth. Like, now I'll do that and be like, they'll say, oh, I miss you. I'm like, that's cute. But, like, the next time I'll be like, yeah, sure, I miss you. I've been getting to, like, write things down. I can't say things, but I can write things. Yeah. So what I'll do, like,
saying them is hard.
It's so hard.
It's so hard for me.
Like, one of my friends had COVID and, like, I wanted to be there for them, but, like, COVID, I'm finna run. So instead of, like, messaging, I miss you or all of that, I just wrote, like,
a letter.
Literally love notes every day and had
wow.
them. And I sprayed them with my perfume so, like, they could smell me. Like, yeah, and, like, I sprayed, like, a teddy bear with my perfume, too, so they could, like, cuddle with the teddy bear. And
so, am I tripping or does it sound like she's gift giving? Is that one of your love languages?
It's not. I do all when it when it comes to what I show people, I do the entire spectrum.
Okay.
When it comes to
except
when I want
words
to
of
receive,
affirmation.
heck no. Except from words of affirmation, I do everything else. Acts of service, physical touch, whatever. I do everything else. But words of affirmation, no. Unless it's on paper. I can write it on paper.
See, I can't even on paper. It's so hard for me. Like, I'm just,
I can.
That junk is crazy to me. Like, I just need somebody nonchalant in order for me to even get to the point of.
I would do everything but say the actual words.
No,
I would do everything else but say the actual words. I'm not saying it.
Like, it's insane how far I'll go to not say the actual words.
I'm so just looking at us like, y'all crazy.
No cap.
No, I'm just, like, taking it in, you know? I feel like there's different people. You guys are, like, on the opposite spectrum of me. So it's just like, oh, this is how this feels to some people.
You really be meaning it when you say it?
Say what?
The words.
Well, I usually say it to, like, my friends or, like, my siblings or, like, my family. But yeah, usually. Sometimes, though, I will say, like, it depends the environment it's being said. Sometimes it's like the, oh, I love you. I was like, oh, I love you too, you know?
Yeah.
I can't even do that.
See, I'm never the one to initiate, like, the, okay, bye, love you.
I never initiated, no. Because to me, that means so much more.
Yeah, but I'd be feeling bad if I don't say it. Sometimes I'll be like, okay, see you. Like,
I'll be like, la. I'll be mumbling, la.
Look, if somebody says it to me and I just feel like the manner it's being said, it's just like a casual thing and stuff. Because I feel like it's been used casually now. I wouldn't say the way I would use it's casual, but some people use it casually. So I use it casually back to them to reciprocate that, but not necessarily. I don't think I would use that in a casual way. Like,
okay. So this is a little different. How do you guys feel about polyamorous relationships?
Nope.
Oh,
you heard me.
Nope. No for me,
no for
but
me.
I respect other people's relationships that are poly because, again, at least for me, my family is poly.
Really?
Like, well, not my nuclear.
Oh, okay.
Extended.
Okay.
Extended family. They're poly. I mean, my mom's father, she had 2 moms. She loves them both dearly. When each one passed away, it was just like a piece of her leaving her. So it was just like a big connection. And for me, it's just like, there's really like a connection and love within these relationships. So I can't really like say anything, especially like now I feel like they're becoming more acceptable in society. I don't know. I feel like for me, at least on my social media, I'm seeing more of it and I enjoy watching it and seeing like people's reasonings and stuff for it. But can I be in that situation? No.
Yeah, I can't. I don't have the energy. Even if I wanted to, like, I don't have an urge to want to, but I couldn't even if I wanted to.
I feel like because you have to be able to like everybody in the relationship, whoever the other partner is.
It's
and
not
the
even
fact
the
that
liking them. I don't have the energy to like do the things I need to do.
well, yeah, to
when I
show them
love
like the love and stuff. Yeah.
Like I'm so hesitant with one person. Like with two people, that's a lot. Like my energy would just be drained, and then I wouldn't want to do anything.
Facts. Yeah.
Yeah, because I have to make sure like, because like when I am in a relationship, I like to do certain things like and be a certain way and whatever, and I don't have the energy to do that to two people because I'm a very low maintenance
Me too.
like girl in a relationship. Like in a good relationship, I'm so low maintenance. Like you don't even need to text me every day. And I know to some people that's insane.
No,
like,
I get that.
Yeah, like there's people I've been seeing stuff on Twitter. It's like, yeah, if you're okay with not texting your significant other every day, like you don't even love them. But it's not even that. Like I just don't need it. Like I love my friends, I love my family. I don't talk to them every day.
Neither do I.
And like it's one thing like if you're married and you're living together, like you're most likely to talk to each other every day, stuff like that. But like right now, me being in like college, we're not living together, anything like that. Like I might talk to them every day and that's fine. It's not like I'm against talking to them every day, but it's not something I need or I keep track of.
Yeah, but I feel like at least every week for me.
Every week, sure.
Yeah, like I need to talk to them more than once a week.
Well, yeah, but I feel like at the very minimum, like, yeah.
I call mine. This is gonna sound so bad. I literally went through my call log the other day and it literally said friend, mom, best friend. Yeah, I think I speak to the person 6 times a day. But here's the thing, like they live right there. like we're in college, like everybody is so close, so it's like it's not even on the phone for like hours and hours. It's just like on the phone, like, okay, are you here? Okay, let's go.
Yeah,
did you get this? Can I come pick this up from you? I forgot something there. Like it's like
so
small things like
for
that.
you, it's like what you probably could have said in text. You do it in phone call.
Yes, I do not. If you text me and say, hey Jeanine, I just need something real quick from you, call me. I'm not answering.
I usually call people if I need it immediately. Like after a little bit, like 5 to 10 minutes, you don't reply, I'm calling you. FaceTime specifically.
Everything is immediate for me, and I treat my friends the same way. Like every single thing is, even if it's just like I just wanted to say hi, or like, oh, I forgot something. Like everything is immediate for me, so I'm always gonna pick up. Which is why I only tell a specific group of people you can call me. Everybody else, you're not gonna get me.
I remember you did say that. For your birthday, because I was like, I remember you said don't call you, and then afterwards you were like, I was like, I don't know why something about calling you on your birthday came up. You're like, oh, that's fine, it's okay, and I was like, oh, but then you said don't, and I was like, let me just stick with the don't.
No, I feel like there's levels to things. Like I've said this before, but like I'm very protective about my energy on my birthday. No average human being is going to get me.
I felt that's different. You, I just just kept the text.
I feel like that's very different.
Think you were going to respond that day. I was thinking like the next day you were going to respond to my text, because to me, low-key felt like you were like doing like a no phone thing as well in my head.
No, I was on my phone.
No,
I wasn't on social, but I was on my phone because like I told you, I spent 3 hours with my friends, and like 4 of my friends called me twice in the day to check in on me. I'm just very protective of like, if you haven't earned my trust to a degree, don't you dare call me. You will never be able to get me. You have to work to have my friendship.
Okay.
I'm being so serious. And for the people who have worked, and like I have friends that I don't have any friend at this point that I can call my phone at any time that we haven't been friends for at least 4 years. Like I have friendships that go back. I literally was on my best friend's story and I didn't even realize, like, she has a picture of us from when we were like 7 years old. All my friendships go back like 5 years old, 6 years. I have pictures of all these people from like so long. They've known me through everything. So you have the honor, because you've worked for it, to be able to call me. The rest of y'all don't pick up that phone. You don't know me. You never will until you get to actually take the time to know me. And that's just on period. I'm so protective over it. That's no average human being.
I definitely would say that's
me.
different. Like I don't think a lot of people are thinking that.
Really?
Like protecting that. Yeah, on my birthday. Like what I'll do, I'll start responding to people, and then if I get tired, I tend to respond more to people the next day than on my actual birthday. I will say that, because I just get tired. Like I just can't respond to that many people. That's why I be doing those little Instagram things, like the little ask a question, and I'll respond to some of them. But like I always only get through like a fourth of them because I just don't have the energy to like post the rest or do whatever. Like I be feeling bad because some of them are funny.
You be responding to mine.
Yeah. Special.
Period.
Yeah.
But yeah, I definitely think that energy thing, like, that's different, like, on your birthday. Because I feel like the only people who don't really talk to people on their birthday are people who don't celebrate it. But you're celebrating it. You just aren't celebrating it with everybody.
Yeah, I feel like you guys have no idea what I did on my birthday other than what I told you now.
Yeah.
But y'all are also like y'all are friends, so I'll let y'all know.
Oh,
but
okay.
but yeah, like I don't even think like I called my friend that I was on the phone with like 20 minutes ago, and y'all heard when I was on the phone going off. But like she had no idea I was celebrating my birthday. I had a whole fun-filled day yesterday. Like I went
So happy for you.
Yeah,
yes,
me too.
I went to like 4 different places. I
Okay,
went out to eat. I went out to eat twice. Went out to the movies. Watch. I stayed up to 2 a.m. Like I was
As
having
you
the
should.
entire like blast.
I love that for
But
you.
nobody would know because I'm so inactive on social media. Like nobody even knew it was my birthday other than the people close to me. Because I don't say a word. Like I'm not gonna
Say a
drop
word.
nothing.
No,
Say
because
a
even
word.
when you were telling me, I was like, I don't want to directly ask you. So I was like, every time you mentioned it, I was trying to take hints. That's why my hints didn't line up because I texted you a few days
I texted you on
earlier.
the 21st, the 22nd. I said, dang. It's a 3-day weekend. Come on now.
Yeah, because I was like, I need to remember, but I don't want to like ask you directly either. So I was just like trying to like make sure because you would like mention it, but in correlation to things. You wouldn't
Yeah.
actually say your birthday. You'd be
No,
like,
not
oh,
me.
this is near my birthday, or this is the day before my birthday. But she
yeah.
never actually stated when was her birthday. So then, like, with those situations, they kind of blurred because I would recall them later in the day. Be like, okay, if this is this has to be her birthday
Not
type
you
thing.
putting 2 and 2 together to make it equal.
So, yeah.
No, she ate that junk up. Okay. Now for the thing I'm most excited about. Jeanine, you're answering first. You have no choice. Toxic traits. Go
Mine
crazy.
is
I'm so excited.
okay, this is so bad, but I'm the type of person where like I have 2 levels to people. You're either nothing to me or you're everything to me.
Okay.
When I get into an argument, I get into a mindset of like all hell break loose.
Like the relationship's about to fall apart kind of thing.
Like I will make sure I'm so strong-headed. I will stand there and be like, I'm correct.
Oh, you're
And
stubborn.
and if it means that it's the end of our relationship, we gonna die that day. Like I don't care. It's so bad, but it's like I don't know when I'm in it. It just happens. Like I'll just sit there and be like, "You want to argue? Let's take this far. You want to pull out things? Let's pull out things. I'll make you cry. Why? Because I want to. It's so bad.
My gosh.
Which is why I don't argue with people. I hate arguing because I was getting that mindset, and then all hell breaks with somebody to kill everybody. You gonna die.
Wow,
But I
this is
would do
crazy.
emotional damage because I want to get to my point. It's so bad.
See, that's me when I'm angry, but I wouldn't say just like an argument. Like I have to be actually angered.
yeah. But it also, I think.
Well, I can get irritated easily, but like
yeah, for
actually to the
sure.
point of anger, yeah, that's when I start like I'll start violating and disrespecting you.
I don't do it in friendships. This is so bad. I do it in the places that I'm most invested in, like
That makes sense.
emotionally.
Because you're
AKA
trying.
relationship.
It's probably because
it
you're like
shows you
scared.
care.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
it goes from
fear.
fear into like I'm a
gonna get you before you get me.
yes,
Yeah, you're like I'd rather end it here. If this is a problem, I don't want to deal with this like later on. Like
yes. All hell finna break loose.
this is kind of random, but I don't know if I told y'all. And for the listeners, I feel like this is good for y'all to know too. Some of the best advice I've ever gotten for relationships, like I stand on this like through and through. And this is from my friend Evelyn. Shout out to Evelyn.
Hi, Evelyn.
I don't even know if she remembers telling me this because she kind of said it in passing, but it really stuck with me. She was like, the problems you have at the very beginning of the relationship, the little problems, those are the big problems, and that's going to be the reasons you guys break up in the end.
That's true.
And I had never
Yeah.
thought about it like that before she like said that. Like she's like it's the littlest things. Like that's what's going to ruin it in the end. And ever since then, like I've always been very picky with my relationships. But ever since then, if I can see a reason we're going to break up, I'm so hesitant to the point where I won't get in a relationship at all. If I can
As you
already
should.
see a reason we're going to break up.
Yeah, because at that point you're working to a point
working
of
towards
end.
nothing. Yeah. I'm the type of person like I'm low key date to marry. Like
Mhm.
if I'm going to see us fail, I'm not
what's
going to
the
get in a
point?
relationship.
Y'all gonna hate me, but I am.
You're a fun dater?
No,
Oh.
I am a fun dater for one person and one man only. I'm only ever doing this with one person, which I'm doing it with right now. But I feel like there's I'm big on religion.
Mm-hmm.
I am not gonna marry you unless you're Mormon.
Mhm.
And there are a lot of people who are not Mormon.
Mm-hmm.
And I have met amazing people who are not Mormon.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna marry you but I still want to enjoy you and enjoy us.
Yeah.
So therefore, I'm going to date you. What I do is I put a time limit on it.
Okay.
I've only ever done, I know, right? It's so terrible.
No,
but
I don't
only
think,
ever do
no,
it with
because
one
it's
person.
good. It's good to have, like, I do think you need to have previous serious relationships before.
Yes.
So I understand, like, I completely
Yes.
understand that.
My
but
bishop.
like, for me, it was the time limit. Like, what do you mean by that?
Okay, that's the complicated part.
Like-
So my bishop, because I asked him, I was like, I'm in a situation where, like, I like somebody, but I know it's not going to go anywhere because he's not Mormon and I can't marry him.
Mm-hmm.
But he was like, first of all, you're going to have to date multiple people and get practice.
Yeah.
In order to be fully
It gives you
prepared.
perspective.
Yeah, in order to be fully prepared for marriage. The problem is the one that I'm with right now, it's looking like you really could be husband material,
Yeah.
but you're not Mormon, so therefore
I
you're
know
not.
it's.
And when you're
Jeanine.
Mormon, you have to be born into it, right?
No, you
No.
can convert.
Oh, you
Yeah.
can convert. So,
Yeah.
like,
Jeanine,
do you think?
but no. But here's the thing. See, I know where you're about to go. You don't want to ever put
Yes.
somebody in
Nope.
position where they're converting because of you, because then it's not true. It's
Well,
very.
yeah.
It's such a delicate
not
balance.
because of you,
But how is she ever gonna know? It's not because of her.
That's my thing too, because like
Because if he
you may
converts
have-
for all he
he could be doing it
knows,
just for me.
yeah.
Because I've had couples that like the husband or the wife found Mormonism through their partner.
Yeah.
I don't want you to tie your religion with me, because then
Yeah.
if we
We
start
break
going
up,
south,
then
I
you're
don't
not
want you in
Mormon
your relationship
anymore.
with- You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I want you to be committed regardless of me.
Yeah. And I feel like that is so hard to tell
It really is.
that I don't want to go through that.
I wouldn't do it.
Like I just can't go through, because I'm the same way. Like it has to be a Christian guy. Like it just has to be, because if you find him through me, I don't want to be the link.
Yeah, I agree.
Like that has to be a direct relationship you're having with God. I can't be your saving link.
At least in Islam, women can't marry, which I kind of feel like sometimes is weird, but essentially women can't marry a man who isn't already in the religion. However, men can marry women who are.
I did not know
I
that.
didn't know that either.
So like,
Is that for all of Islam or just certain like regions? Because I know like certain regions have certain like
'Cause they're like the
traditions when it comes to
Shiites.
religion.
well, there's
Yeah.
Surah. Wait, not Surah.
I might get it
There's
wrong.
Sunni
Yeah,
and-
Shiites.
and Shiites. Yeah,
Okay.
but I'm pretty sure that's a universal thing.
Okay.
Interesting.
I am Sunni, so I can't really speak for Shiites and like how they practice, because I don't really know. I didn't even know there was two different types until I went to school and I asked my mom. She was like, "Yeah," and I was like, "Yeah." Why didn't
Why
you
didn't
tell
know-
me?
why ain't nobody tell
say
me
nothing?
here?
Yeah. So yeah. With that being said, I can't speak for them, but yeah, like men could like technically like have like a wife and then they could like, or a partner, I guess, and then they can convert into Islam. Yeah.
Yeah.
But usually when it's done though, it's more so for their love of the religion rather than their partner. I don't know how they go about making sure it's that
See,
case,
that's
because
what I'm
usually
too afraid of.
the couples
Me
I've
too.
seen, like everyone is like, "Oh, alhamdulillah, like I found Islam, and like I'm so thankful that I met you to help me like learn
Yeah.
about the
And I
religion
definitely think that's possible.
and stuff or whatever." But I'm not a man, so I don't really know how like that process goes, because can't go
Yeah.
through it.
Because I feel like my mom low key found like Christ through my dad and his family. low-key.
Yeah.
And I know for her, like that's really like she really found it, and
Mhm.
it wasn't because of him.
Yeah.
But like I'm just too scared to try that.
Yeah, I
And see.
agree. And then also like my person is heavily invested in his religion. Like
Yeah.
he's like the same way like I'm diehard, like I'm not gonna date outside of my.
Okay, so you have a
He's
mutual
that way.
agreement with like it's
Yeah.
not gonna, but it's. But
It's hard because like a time limit. Like how are you gonna put a time limit on that?
Yeah, because the
But then it's
emotions are
like-
there and the connections there. So it's just
Yeah.
you're just gonna kill it.
Literally the only missing thing is the religion, which gets me like frustrated. But I'm also like, if God wanted me to be with this person,
Yeah,
He
it would've
would've
been
made
the person.
everything align.
And what I try to think about in situations like that, I'm like God is showing me like what type of person I do need.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like this is to show you what you.
Get me up. Get me up.
Okay, I got you. Stop playing.
Stop playing
Like,
with golf, Lexi.
Yeah, like you're finding what you do need and what you don't need in a relationship through this person. And you can figure out like, okay, like this is what a healthy relationship looks like.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then you'll be able to find a healthy relationship in the person you're supposed to be with. My toxic trait. I kind of mentioned it earlier. I won't press if there's an issue on your side.
Ooh.
So like if you're having problems with me or something I'm doing and you don't let me know, I'm not going to press it, because in my head, you're acting like a child. You're being a pussy. I'm gonna keep it a buck.
Lexi calling me out.
Oh shoot, that's you. Oh,
That's me. That's what you. I'm gonna sit there and be like, figure it out.
No, cause like I'm gonna need you to tell me, cause in my head, like that's something I'll get petty about. In my head, I'm not gonna act towards you any differently, but in my head, I'm like, okay, we got a problem, but you're not telling me, so obviously it's not a problem enough. That's what I'm thinking.
Shoot.
But do you think that because like neither one of you guys want to address it, it'll turn?
No, because here's the thing: it's a problem on their side. If I'm not having a problem, but you're having a problem with something I'm doing, that's a you problem, and
That's
you
true.
have decided not to make it a we problem. So it's gonna stay a you problem until you make it a we problem.
Some people drop hints. Some people are not gonna come out outright and be like, "This is the problem," but they'll drop hints and like expect you.
Here's the thing: I'll
to
ask.
pick it up.
Like, it's not like I'll just be like, "Oh, they're not okay. I'm not gonna say anything." I'll be like, "Hey, is everything cool?" Or like, "Hey, I noticed like you act kind of weird like for this." But if you're like, "No, everything's cool," I'm not pressing it.
Really?
No.
So what? Like, where does that lead? Like, somebody just gonna have
Where's
to
it
come out
lead?
and say
They're either
something?
just gonna have to say it or they're gonna have to get over it.
Ooh.
And that's my toxic. That's my toxic trait. Like, so I need somebody who's gonna be high on communication, because I'm completely fine with communicating. Like, I can communicate, and I'm fine having the talks and stuff. Like, I don't want to have them like constantly about the same thing, but like, I'm fine having those talks. But like, if it's a problem on your side that you're having with me, and I'm not having a problem, you're gonna have to come to me about it. Because you're not. If you're not making it a we problem, it's a you problem. And that sounds harsh, but like, that's I mean, that's why it's toxic. Like,
Yeah, definitely toxic.
Yeah. Do you think your partner's problems should be your problems too?
it depends. What type of,
like,
if it's a problem they have with me or a problem they're having in general.
I'm
Like,
saying like a problem, like, okay, like for me, I have a hard time communicating exactly what I want. And for you, you're not going to press. If I have a problem and I'm dropping hints that I have a problem
is
with
it an
you,
obvious hint or is it subtle?
it's like a,
And how hard do I need? Because if you drop a hint and I'm like, hey Jeanine, like what's up? And you're like nothing.
change in attitude. Like, I feel like there's a way you say nothing. Like, if you ask me, oh, is there a problem? And I'm like, nothing, Lexi. Like, that is like,
yeah, I'll be like,
yeah.
okay, what's the problem? Like,
but
tell
if I'm
me.
like, oh, nothing, like,
Yeah,
she
but
good. At that point, that's not your fault.
Yeah, because if you tell me that, I'm not gonna even like suspect there's anything wrong.
no, but even if you have an attitude and it's obviously a problem, like I'll be like, okay, we have a problem. Like, what's the problem? If you're like nothing, I'm not pressing. Because in my head again, you don't
I
want us to
agree
fix the
too.
problem. Why don't you want
Yeah.
us to fix the problem? If we got a problem, let me know. If not, how I can't do anything. You're not telling me what the
I
problem
feel
is.
like that's valid to a degree.
It is,
I
but
can't,
sometimes
like-
I'll get petty about it though.
Like I was gonna say Lexi's point to a degree. Like that's why sometimes I was like, you
Yeah.
know. But then like when you look at it like full scope, I'm just like,
Yeah.
I feel like if they're dropping subtle hints and have a hard time communicating, but like, I think also you got to know what your partner's definition of like trying is.
Yeah.
Like for
But-
me, subtle hint, because I know I'm bad at communication. If I
Yeah.
drop subtle hints, like I'm trying to communicate, but for some reason, they got me in a chokehold. Do you see what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
See, I think that's one of those things like I can't compromise on though. Like you're gonna have to be somebody who can communicate that you have a problem.
That's valid. As long as you're aware about it and you let your partner know and they're good with it.
Yeah. Because I definitely had problems with that before with like different people. And I'm not going to press. Like, I'm just not going to press. Especially, oh my gosh, I'm not a fighter in a relationship. I don't want to argue at all. Like, I know that's
Physical fight or like?
No, like
Nobody
argumentative.
should be physically
Like,
fighting.
no. Argumentatively,
too much.
using our words. Like, I don't want to fight. So, like, if you start coming at me crazy or you say something like, we're done, anything like that, I'll be like, okay, I'm not going to fight you on it. We're done.
That's me.
You
I'll
said-
even sit there and be like, if that's what you like, that's fine. With
yeah,
me.
no cap. Like, even
no,
that,
for
I'll
me,
be
I'd
like,
have
that's
to find a
crazy. But
reason.
No, I'll move
no,
on.
no, if they're like, okay, like, this is done or da-da-da, like, if they're coming at me, they're heated, like, they're trying to argue.
Oh, if they're heated?
Yeah, if they're heated, they're
then-
trying to argue. Like,
yeah.
I'm going to just be like, okay.
Yeah.
Or
So
they're
I feel
like,
like when you want to like discuss like what you have an issue with,
Oh,
like
I
even if
shut
it's
down.
like an argument, like I don't feel like an argument for me it's like you yelling and like chaos and stuff, but it could be more of like a calmer thing, a discussion and hearing each other's perspectives.
okay, that's
and stuff.
different. But if you're like, even if you're trying to have a discussion, if you're coming at me heated and it's
Well,
like,
yeah, I feel like at that point it like got to like
yeah,
argument.
even if
thing
you're
and-
not giving me a choice, Like,
yeah, because
it's
I
like-
don't feel like you're not in the right
like the ultimatum stuff. Like if you're like this is a problem, fix it or we're done.
We're done.
We're done.
Yeah,
Why am I gonna fight it? Like why am I fighting you about this? Like you should also want to be in a relationship with me. If you're ready to be done that quick, let's be done.
because it was never that strong to begin with.
Apparently, and I don't care if they come back around like I'm sorry. Like you should like obviously in that moment that's how you felt. And even if you really are sorry, I can't go back and forth. I'm too tired.
Me too. I shut down.
Like part of me being low maintenance is part of me being like I'm just low. Just I don't even know how to describe it, but like I'm not
mean.
fighting you on none of that. Like it's just not happening. Yeah. What's yours, Hamsata?
I'm scared. Let me know. What's up, Hamsata?
Why are you scared?
Because I feel like you're. I can never tell what's going on with you.
Really?
I feel like you be up there. Like you're either up there or you're
I
down
feel like she's
here.
more like less toxic, more petty.
Yeah. Yeah. And I feel like, weirdly enough, it's only with my mom that I have.
Oh, moms
things.
bring out the demons in you. I don't know what it is, but they be trying
I don't
it.
do these things. I mean, even like the apology thing usually, yeah. But like the rest of these, I feel like it's really with my mom. And I feel like, yeah, she brings out the worst in me, unfortunately. But or even with my aunt, I don't remember.
What's the trait though?
Oh yeah,
What's the
I'll
trait?
hold grudges sometimes, and like when I hold a grudge, like for me to get to that point is very hard. But when I'm there, I'm
It's
there.
done.
I'm not
Yeah.
gonna talk to you. I'm not gonna say nothing to you. Like I'm not that type of person. Like if you know me,
Yeah.
I'm a usually like flow free.
Yeah, you're very
Happy.
flow free.
Yeah. So like for me to get
to
there,
the point of
I can go forever without talking to you, and it doesn't matter.
that's how I am with angry. Like if I get angry at you, it's dubs.
And it's hard for me to get angry too. Like
yeah, that's
I can
why.
get irritated quite easily. I'll be like, oh, blah, blah.
Sada, you right there with me, bro. Like I'll get
Yeah.
irritated so fast, but if you get me to the point of angry, bruh,
it's over for you. Cause like, why'd
it's
you get
your
me there?
fault. That might be a toxic trait of mine, but I don't think it's toxic because I think I'm being so serious. If you get me to the point of anger, it is 100% your fault.
Really?
100%. Because this is how I am. I might get irritated, but if you get me to the point of anger, that means I have to believe that I had no instigation. Like I did not cause a problem at all. Because if I think I even caused a problem a little bit, I will accept that blame and I'll be like, okay, I'll try to work out da. But if it is fully you and you get me to angry, I'm sorry. It's 100% the person's fault.
Really? I don't even get there.
100%.
I think another toxic trait of mine is like I'll just shut down. Like I'll literally just sit down there and like I'm just shutting down. You want to talk about it? I'm just gonna sit there and look at you like, okay, have fun.
Yeah. Sometimes if you're like talking to me and I already like just don't want to listen to you, I'll just like kind of like, okay, yeah, and then like end it and then like just don't talk to you no more.
When I don't want to have a conversation with somebody, I just shut down and I start getting petty, and that makes it even worse. Which is why I hate arguing. But no, if you're screaming at your partner, get up and run because why are you screaming?
I don't even think I would. See, that's something I wouldn't do. I wouldn't walk away if somebody screaming at me. I'm just going to sit there and take it, and I'm going to just have a blank face.
I'm going to do that too. And I'm going to say stuff and be like, you done?
Yeah, I'm one of those.
That was cute. You done?
Ooh, that was cute. It's crazy. But I would be like, okay, are you good now?
Yeah.
And then if they say something else, like if they're done with that, I'll be like, okay, so we can have this conversation later when you're not going to yell at me.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're my friend. I'm the opposite. I'm ready for all hell to break loose.
Like, I'm not going to argue back with you. You can come back when you're ready to, like, speak to me. Civilized?
Yeah.
Civilized.
Sometimes, though, I feel like I'm like that sometimes. But sometimes if you, like, really hit a button in me, that'll, like, trigger me to yell back. I could potentially yell back.
Yeah. If
But
I
for the
yell
most
back,
part-
you're done. You're done. You're done.
But, like, for the most part, I'll just, like, sit there. Like, either I'll listen to you if you have, like, some valid claims. It's just, like, the way you're presenting it is wrong. Or if I just feel like you're really just bugging, like, I'm just going to look at you and be like, okay, like,
Yeah.
calm down. Let's, like,
Also, something that my friends get on me for because I think this is crazy. And I know it's crazy, but I just can't change how I internally feel about this. I am very overly cocky when it comes to thinking I will never be cheated on. I truly don't think I'm gonna be. Okay, you felt that? That's not just me. That's not just me. Like
I don't think
I'm gonna be cheated on ever.
I think it's because like you know the type of people you give your energy to.
Exactly. And like I'm so picky and I don't play games like just because for the simple fact I don't want to yeah, dab me up.
She know herself.
I
Keep on
do.
going,
Like,
Lexi.
I know myself, and like I think some people might disagree, but I'm pretty good at reading people who are good for me. And I pay attention to the little signs. The second I don't need a red flag. I don't wait for red flags. The second that junk turns not even yellow, lime green. The second that junk is lime green, you're done in my head. We're not getting together. Like, I'm not doing it. Like, any set off, it's done.
I agree.
And that's for like before I'm in a relationship. If you give me something lime green while we're in a relationship, I'll peep it and I'll be like, okay. If I see lime green again, we're having a discussion.
Okay, I thought you meant like cut ties.
No, I'm not gonna break up like just like that. But if we're having a discussion and it's not fully green, I'm gonna keep having that discussion. If it never gets fully, like, we'll sit there and keep having it. If it never turns green, we might be done.
No,
It might be time to
I don't
pack it
think
up.
it's overly cocky. Like, I'm the same way.
Yeah.
And I feel like if you know me, you know, like, I protect my energy to the
Yes.
fullest.
Even when you talking about your birthday, like
I do not play. Like, I try, and I know it's because like I give so much of myself to the people that I love.
yeah.
That if you break my heart, you will break the entire parts of me. And like, I'm just not having that. So I protect myself to the fullest. But I agree. Like, now, I'm not gonna say it's gonna happen, but it's happened. Just know that things are out of your control sometimes, and things happen.
Yeah.
But I agree. I feel like I'm pretty confident in like I don't think
I'm gonna get cheated.
Like,
on.
I'm so selective.
Yeah.
Like, you will never know I'm in a relationship until I say something.
Yeah.
I could have been in one for 8 months. And nobody knew. Like, you just
It was
never
giving
know
that energy
anything.
today earlier.
It was.
Yeah.
Like, that was insane.
Yeah.
It was. Lexi was digging. It wasn't getting
No.
through.
I wasn't getting through. I was hitting
That's
stone, bedrock.
It really was.
No, like, I can be with somebody or have eyes on somebody for a very long time and like nobody will know. And I've done it before and nobody knows.
I'm not secretive about it. Like, I'll let my friends know when I like somebody, or like I'll let people know when I'm in a relationship. I'm not somebody like posting about them 24/7 or anything.
Yeah,
like that.
posting no.
Secretive. I feel like it's like, if y'all ask me, do you have a boyfriend? If I have one, I'm gonna give you a straight up answer.
Yeah, but you're not gonna voluntarily
Yeah,
give
but
that.
hey guys, boyfriend.
No,
Look
see,
now. Like, that's
I
not
would
even
do
all
that for my friends.
Well, yeah, for my friends, yes.
I'm gonna tell them like after it
Yeah.
happens, I'll be like, but they'll probably gonna know I was interested in this person to begin with.
Not mine. I throw hints. So like, for me, I literally told my friend, I had the camera propped up
Yeah.
and I was doing my thing. Somebody
Yeah.
walked past, gave me a kiss, and they were like, I said, yeah, you ain't nobody. Like, I'm that type of person. I'm not gonna tell you, but I'm gonna drop things, and I showed them the.
She said, I'm putting it down. You better pick it up.
That's what I'm saying,
If you
but, like,
don't-
I'm not gonna tell you straight up, but I'm gonna throw hints that make it extremely obvious.
Nah, I'll tell people.
I'll tell like my friends
Yeah.
and like my inner circle of friends, and then outside of that, the rest of y'all, I might mention.
Yeah,
it,
I might mention it.
but like no deep details.
Yeah.
Probably not.
Yeah.
I don't like people in my business.
Yeah.
I really just don't.
I don't
I don't
mind.
do social. I get scared.
See, I do post a lot on social media, but
Mhm.
anything I post, I feel like is stuff I'm already doing that's public.
That makes
So I don't
sense.
care. Like, especially when it's like me hanging out with friends, stuff like that. Like, if they're posting about it, people already know where I like. I don't care.
Yeah, like I'll repost people's things for the most part, but for me to like post it on my own,
Mhm.
Oh no, I'd be
like
posting.
unless it's like your birthday, I'm like, oh, this is my friend. Like I'll have so many pictures of me and my friends doing things that nobody's ever seen, and then when it's their birthday, I'll pick
Yeah.
out a select few, and I usually
Keep it
pick 3
right,
because one's
yeah.
for happy, one's birthday. Wait, what's the third one?
I'm done.
To blah blah blah, to whoever like the person is, and I'll be like, I love you or I miss you or blah blah
See,
blah.
I feel
that is
like
a lot.
I post a lot of pictures of me and my friends. Y'all probably
Yeah,
see.
you do.
But that's not all the pictures I have. Like, I still have so many more. Like, I literally, since I've come to college, I think I've gained like 3,000 photos in my camera roll.
That's insane.
That's what
I
I'm
also
saying.
feel like your life is a movie, though. Like, your life is a straight up movie.
I mean, I be doing a lot.
You do. Like, you're always out. You're always out.
Yeah.
I feel like me and Hamsata. Nah, Hamsata be out too. But I feel like Hamsata.
She's more chill.
Yeah.
it's more
and I just
chill.
don't move.
Oh, no, I'll be everywhere.
I go places, but
You do.
I don't always present that information to people
Yeah.
either. Like,
See, I'm very open when it comes.
I'll maybe
know
tell
my
you face to
energy.
face or mouth to mouth
Yeah.
type thing. Like, I'll tell you then. But like for me to like post it or whatever, Yeah, no, it's not really my interest
It's not.
personally. Like, yeah.
When you said you were like protective with your energy, and that's part of the reason you don't feel like you'll be cheated on, I feel like for me, it's not even that. Because
What is it?
I'm not that protective of my energy. I'm gonna keep it a buck, but I have a reason. It's not just because like I want everybody to have my energy, but there's just been so many times I've met people very briefly or acquaintances or anything like that who came to me about really, really serious stuff because I was so open with my energy. So that's why I do it. I do it so that people feel comfortable to come to me if they need to.
That makes sense.
Yeah, because it's definitely like it's happened a lot, and it'll be like most random people, like more like in high school. Like there'd be people I'd have classes with, like I'd get cool with them, I'd be very open with them, and like we'd maybe get a little below surface level, but then one day they would just come at me with like something really, really heavy, and like they'll just feel comfortable talking to me about it because I was so open with like my energy towards them. So that's why I do it. I do it so that other people feel comfortable coming to me if they need somebody.
And I would like to like ask something about that real quick. So like energy and like information, do you like categorize those things separately? So like what is being like open with your energy? Like what does that consist of with your energy? Is what I was trying to learn.
Part of it is, yes, I give a lot of my information away. But I feel like the information I give away, yes, it's me, but it's not necessarily me letting you in my universe. I feel like me letting you in my universe is me telling you about like my philosophies on life and stuff like that. Or like, yeah, so I can talk all day about how I feel about this, that, the third, but until I talk to you about like, this is how I view life, like you're not really in my universe, but I can still be open about like everything else. Or like, I'll keep to myself, like, there's certain things about me that I know that, like, I feel like might come across as bad on the surface level, so I need to have, like, a long conversation about it. Stuff like that, I'll keep to myself. And that's the part I do protect, but everything else I keep very, very open. So a lot of it is information, but some of it is just me being very vulnerable with people I'm not close with.
See, me, it's everything. Like, I protect every single thing.
I appreciate
even,
that.
Like, you knowing where I am.
I have
like,
a question for you on that as well. I don't know. I have questions. And do you think you protect your energy because like once you expose it, it's like all out on the table type thing? So like once you like give it to somebody, it's just like,
yeah,
you want to make sure.
Oh, no, yes.
Yeah.
Once you have me as a friend, like, you will never be lonely.
I noticed that.
Like, I noticed that. I go to the ends of the... When I tell you, I will put my life, my soul, my heart, my body on the line for my friends. Like, if you get me to that point, you will forever have me. Like, call me at 5 a.m., 6 a.m., 2 a.m. Like, whenever you need somebody, you can consistently rely on me. Like, I don't play. You have me forever. And, like, that's the reason why I have friendships that have, like, 10, 11, 12, 13 years. Like, I have had people that have been there. I've flown out and spent $700 something because I wanted to see my friends. Like, I go above and beyond.
I appreciate that in you a lot, though, because I don't know a lot of people who are like that.
Yeah, that's what my brother was looking for when he was talking about that. Previous episode, go check that out.
But yeah, I really do appreciate that. It's very different, but I really, really like it. And like, to an extent, I would want to be like that, but like, I just can't. I
feel like I could be like that, but again, I feel like
scared.
The friendships that I do have, like before, like at least my middle school friendships, I didn't have a phone. So like when I left these people and when I came back, I feel like we kind of also was middle school. I feel like
you're
we
like
shifted
starting
so
over
much as a person that like I don't feel like we could like. And for me, it's very much in person. Things first need to be established before I can go out to like interconnect.
I'm not like that. Like there's people I'm close with that I've never met before.
So then like after that, those friendships kind of like, you know, like if they post or whatever, I'll be like, oh my gosh, I miss you guys and stuff or whatever. But I feel like that close bond type thing, which I value in friendships, it just won't be there because they're so far away and I can't rekindle them unless I'm like with them. Or if they took time to like be on a call with me, but I feel like being on call with somebody, I wouldn't feel comfortable doing that until I knew them. So like again, it goes back to that in-person contact and reestablishing that maybe.
I agree. I'm big on... Sorry, go ahead.
Oh.
You done?
I lost my train of thought. I'm sorry.
Are you done? I'm sorry. Cut you off.
No, you're fine.
But I just feel like friendships are a commitment to me. Like, my best friend in the entire world who I love absolutely dearly, I haven't seen her in 7 years. But, like, we've been friends we've been best friends ever since 7th grade, and now I'm a sophomore in high school.
Yeah.
But I haven't, and I left Nigeria 8 years ago, and I still haven't seen her. And like we're still best friends, like to this day. That's who I was texting before I got here. Like I just feel like it's a commitment, and all my friendships were cultivated under very extreme circumstances. I feel like God, and I love me some God. I feel like God, like he knows me, and he knows how much I give to people. And I feel like because of that, he always puts me in situations where I can cultivate deep friendships. Like to this day, it surprises me like how many deep friends I have, and how much people reciprocate my energy.
See, yeah, that's good that they do.
They do. If you don't, you get cut out.
Ooh. See, I have a problem. This is like, I would say more with friendships than my significant other, but like I'm really bad at reaching out first. And like all my friends know that. Yes.
Wait,
I'm horrible. Like
what?
Horrible.
Because Lexi, I met you last semester, right?
Yeah.
So, I don't know what I thought our like relationship was at the time, but I didn't think it was to the point that you would reach out to me. So you reached out to me, and that was like, oh my gosh, maybe we're closer than I realized. You're like, hey, I forget something
What
along.
was it?
I don't know, but you reached out to
you
me.
to an event.
No, you were just like, we need to hang out. That's literally, it was something along the lines of like, I haven't seen you in a while. We need to hang out or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
And then
I was like, I really like Hamsata's vibe.
That'd be so much. Oh my god.
I love it
But
so
like,
much.
I will say though,
so much to me.
not to like take away from that, but I sometimes reach out better to people I'm not close with because I want to be close with them.
Okay. Yeah, that makes
like
sense.
now
We
that
weren't that close.
Like
yeah.
at that point, I think I know what you're talking about. I wouldn't have considered us friends. I would have said we're cool.
Yeah, we were cool. Yeah, for
but
sure.
we weren't friends. But I wanted to get us to the point of friends. But once I get you to the point of friends, like if I don't see you and you're not like in my environment, I'm really, really bad with reaching out. Like I have this friend. Shout out to Olivia. I love Olivia. Olivia knows I love her, and sometimes she'll get on me, but she knows like if she doesn't contact me first, sometimes I can go 3 months more not say anything. Like
I feel like it's what you establish.
Yeah, I feel because I have different friendships.
No, but my best friends are like that too. The only reason, like, I'm still bad at reaching out to them. Even like a lot of times they have to call me first. They have to reach out to me first.
And I feel like it's still what you establish with it. Like the closeness and the frequency of contact, I don't feel like are a direct correlation.
It's not, but for them, that's part of how like.
For them, okay.
Yeah, that's
so
how they
like
want a friendship. Like that's part of their like I guess their love language. I don't know, but like that's what they want. But like it's not because I don't want to talk to them. Like I don't even think to contact. Like there's been times where I'm like, oh my gosh, I really miss someone, and I could just text them. And the thought to even text them doesn't come in my mind.
Really? I have my friends on a schedule. It sounds so
no,
bad.
I want to do that.
Like,
I want to do that, but all my friends are so like, woo.
To me, it don't matter.
Busy.
Like to me, like it don't like the. I feel like people say you're busy, but like you still have time to watch Netflix. You still have time to do the things that you love.
That's true.
You still have time to go take your nice little shower and spend 30 minutes in there taking a bath at school. Like you can make time for me, but you choose not to.
Yeah,
I feel like
for sure.
It 100% depends on how much you value somebody. I value my friends, and I see it as I value my friends enough to the point where like I have everybody on a schedule. It's not like, oh, I'm going to call you at 2 p.m. every Sunday. But it's just like, okay.
That's what I thought when she said schedule.
No. I'm talking about
Low-key me too.
No, I'm talking about like
you make sure you contact them like once a week or something like that.
Not even once a week, just like once a month. Like I've literally trained my brain to be like, if you call one person and you check in with them, just call the 7 other people and like just have like a back-to-back
That's
call.
what I do, but with my uncles on my dad's side.
Oh, really? I did
my dad's side of the family because I don't know. My mom was just like, make sure you stay in contact with them or whatever. So for me, like every month, I send them all the same message. Some of them will stop at like,
so that's just trying to keep up with.
That's just
relatives.
me trying to.
I don't see that as the same as like,
but like
trying to keep.
For
up with
you,
friends.
it was just like friendships. But I was just saying, like I kind of have that schedule with them. Like the other day, I was like, I feel like I haven't talked to him in a while. Let me see. Last time I messaged him, it was this month. So I was like, oh, you're good. But
see, even like that, like I'll still call.
I'm not that close to them to the point that I feel like, oh.
But that's what I'm saying. I'm talking about close friends. I do this with close friends.
Close friends,
like my best friends. I do this with. Like I just have a problem. But here's the thing: if they call me, I'll call back. If they text me, I will text them back.
You just
Those are
won't
my
initiate
friends.
it.
Yeah, I'm really bad at initiating. But like, if like, I feel like maybe recently I haven't been as good, but I've just like I'm always busy, but I've just been so busy. Like school has been a lot
been
the last 3 weeks.
Punching us in our
Yeah.
face.
Like that junk is insane.
And I feel like taking into consideration that we're all in like this time span in our life where it's just like constantly changing. I mean, we're like
Yeah.
growing and like doing lots of things.
But I don't know.
That I feel like, yeah, you can make time. It's just making that commitment and you guys both being on that same playing field as well. But like also just understanding that time may not be as much as it was before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's the other thing, like with the calls, it's because like if I get on the phone with a friend, unless I have something to do, I will stay on the phone with them 5-6 hours.
Me too. I love staying on the phone with people. Like
Yeah.
sometimes you have to hang up on me. Like I won't hang
Yeah,
up.
look
I
at-
will like convince myself I could do everything on the phone. Like I'm like, oh, I'm about to go do this. You can stay on the phone though. Like I'll leave you on the phone and I'll go do that thing, come back, and you'll still be there.
Yeah.
And I'll like talk to you. Like, oh, quarantine. Me and my friend, we were on the phone like the entire time. Like we weren't necessarily talking,
Me
but we were
too.
just on the phone. Like it'll just be silence. And then like I have a random thought. I'm like, oh, blah 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 blah. And then that'll spark a conversation. Maybe it's long, maybe it's short, but then it'll go back to silence or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just like being on the phone with people.
No, me too.
That's all we really have to say. I
Yes.
think that's it for today. You know, if y'all got any toxic traits, let us know.
We know y'all have them.
Yeah,
Let-
actually, just let us know.
We know y'all have them.
We
And
know
we
you
can
have
feature
them.
them in our next post.
We really could.
Oh,
You
we'll
guys
do a
should
little
put your
anonymous.
dilemmas.
Hey, listen, we'll put out an anonymous poll on our Instagram on
day-
black.podcast.
Yes.
I repeat, on
On
black.podcast. Tell us your little toxic traits. We'll do a little
And you
cute
can
little
be
Tell us
post.
featured
your
in our next
dilemmas. Tell us your
episode.
problems. We
Yeah.
can give you advice.
If you would like
Wow.
advice,
We can do
just
that.
disclaimer, we are not registered therapists. We are not licensed
Yes.
or psychiatrists.
Yes.
Yeah, this is just three
Our
people.
thoughts and opinions.
Yes.
Emphasis on thoughts and opinions.
Opinions. Okay.
But
But if you would like our perspective on things,
Let
drop
us
them
know.
down.
now I'm doing ASMR. So yeah, guys, we'll see you.
It's been fun.
It's been great.
Yeah, we appreciate y'all. Hamsata.
Oh, hi. But yeah, well, we'll see y'all on the next podcast episode.
Bye, y'all.
Bye. Love you. Goodbye.
Bye.
Hugs and kisses.
Hugs and kisses.
Say that again for the mic. You're the what?
Oh, I'm the toxic queen.
Ah,
It's so bad.
sorry.
No, do not celebrate it because somebody that I was with literally straight up told me, I was like, you're toxic. And I was like,
Oh my gosh, I'm so interested. Okay, we're gonna. Okay,